Alright, welcome back everybody. This is Neo Loop from WinningGalaxyEmpire.com, the only place on the internet that you're going to find accurate and up-to-date information on Galaxy Empire. Today what I want to do is go through a little bit of a walkthrough on how to use the Nebula tracker sheet that I'm needing some help with here, guys. We've all been running into these issues where we're hitting a lot of black holes in a row and we can't figure out what the best breakdown of fleets is going to be. I've got some good ideas for it. Really all I need to know is how many different fleets we're going to be running. Currently we run 4, and I think that might not be the best. I think we want to expand that out to a little bit higher of a number, maybe 6, maybe 8. I don't know, and this is where I need your guys' help to determine this. I've got this Nebula tracker sheet where you can actually punch in exactly what you found in the neb, and once you've done that, it'll add up all of the different results that you've had and store them in this sheet. You forward this sheet over to me, and hopefully with about 40 people who fill this out and send it over to me, that should be enough information for me to be able to get what I need in order to find out how many ships we need to be sending or how many fleets we need to be sending to the neb to get the best return and avoid as many black holes as possible. So, or at least make the black holes not as damaging. So here's our sheet. Just a quick walkthrough. I also over here on the left have a quick calculator that I made to help me determine what tier of ships I've found. And if you guys have read the Super Nebbing blog, you understand that there's different tiers. There's 5%, 10%, and 20% of weight of the ships that you've sent that you will actually discover of each of the ship types. It was a really quick, easy spreadsheet for me to put together. Maybe I'll throw this out on the blog, and you guys will be able to download it and use it yourselves. But right now, what I'm really concerned about is this part right here. Up at the top, we've got your espionage level. I want you to make sure to plug that in. You've got your technocrat. I want you to plug in what level technocrat you've got too. Next up, we've got the different types of nebula results that you'll find whenever you go to find resources. First one being harvesting from a planet, a nearby planet. Next one, spaceship wreckage from a battle or something like that, and then also harvesting from an asteroid. Next over we have DM. You can find some on a ship, you can find some on an asteroid, you can negotiate some from non-hostile aliens. And then third up we have ships. I have Rebel Base in here because if you're sending probes or recyclers, that's the only way that you find them. There's another way that you can find ships too, but you've got to be sending combat ships, and I'm not doing that, so you guys shouldn't be doing it either, and that's why that one's not even in here. Also, the old sheet actually has an update, so this is a new sheet that I'm going to be posting up today, so if you've got the old sheet, come and download this one. For combat, we have the first 4 are scavenger pirates, fearless pirates, I don't know, common pirates, what is that? Let me click on it again. Combative pirates, sorry, and ordinary pirates. Next up we have tame aliens, which is the new one, hostile aliens, and fearless aliens. So if you're trying to figure out which ones they are, the first 4 are going to be pirates. The next 3 are going to be aliens. The only one that overlaps is fearless. You've got fearless pirates, fearless aliens, but they're totally different. So make sure to try to record each individual one for me. In failure, you can fail and not come back with anything, no delay, no bonus in speed, and you can do that by being attacked, by navigating an asteroid field, by searching and finding nothing, and by doing scans and not finding anything also. You can also get a failure plus bonus, where if you run into the anomaly, you can actually come back faster, and also if you catch a solar wind, you can come back faster too. Next up we have the failure delay, and that's where you can run into an asteroid and be significantly delayed or slightly delayed, something like that. You can also have a reactor meltdown and be delayed, and you can come across some storms, some type of particle storms or something that delays your ships too. Last up we have the black hole, the dreaded black hole. Okay, so those are all the different results that you should be finding whenever you run to the neb with either probes or recyclers or a combination of the two. I want you to put what you're sending up here for me, just so that way I know I can keep that separate. Yeah, in this case I'm actually not sending recyclers, I'm sending probes. So I should update that. Probes. Boom. Okay. And then last up is how to actually enter this information. So we've got our mail here, and we've got an exploration subject. Inside here we see that we located a spaceship wreckage from a battle and are returning home with these items now. So that would be resources that we're coming back with, and it's a spaceship wreckage, that second one that we're talking about. You hit a 1 inside of there, and it automatically updates all these other numbers. So all you got to do is highlight which one it is that you find and push 1. Here we found some probes. So we're on the next line. It's a blank line. There's no 1 right here, so we know that that one's blank. We put a 1 in that box because we found probes. Now I have also been keeping track of what tier I'm finding and what ship types I'm finding, just because I'm going to use this for a little more calculations here down the road. You guys don't have to do that, but if you do, you know, it's really easy to determine that I'm getting 10% in this one. This number is not quite accurate. I added some more probes to each of my fleets, so when it says 10.4, it's really 10%. And what I'm doing in that case is I'm putting the tier that I found, which 10% is tier 2, and I found probes. So BR for my abbreviation over there. And then of course I delete the mail so that way I don't go back and run into it again. And I click on the next one. Here we go, resources from a planet. Now what happens if I get stuck on the same line and I put a 1 in 2 different columns in the same line? Well, that 1 over here disappears. Okay, so that's going to be your indicator if you messed up. And if you've done that, just simply delete your 1, go down to the next line, put your 1 in, and then there you go, you've got it recorded. So now I'm going to delete that mail. I'm going to open up the next one again, and you'll see spaceship wreckage again. You'll see a lot of this. So far I've done about 450 with this one account, and I've got espionage. Let me see here. Good question. What is my espionage tech? Got espionage 19 on this account, and I've got technocrat 2, so I've got 2 extra technocrat levels, or espionage levels, due to that. So I'm looking at 21 espionage, and I'm also trying to determine whether or not espionage actually has some impact on what it is that you find in the nebula. Now you see that 40% of the time I've come up with resources of some kind. A little over 10% it's been the planet, and then a little over 25% it's been the wreckage, and a little under 5% it's been asteroids. I found DM about 3% of the time so far. I found ships about 11%, well, about 10%, because that's probably what it's going to end up being whenever we pull this out more, if any of my previous trackings have been any indicator. And then combat is about 15%, which seems a little low. I've run into failures about 15% of the time, failure with a bonus about 10% of the time, a failure with a delay a little less than 7% there. Black holes have only gotten 1, so it hasn't even registered as 1% on this, since that's less than 1 in 450. Or sorry, less than 5 in 450, so it won't even show as 1. But I do need to track these, and they need to be all in a row. If you guys are skipping around and not recording them all, maybe you record a couple one day, and then record a whole day a couple days later, and then a few days after that, and then you hit a black hole and you record that one. That's not going to help me. I need 1,000 runs in a row, and ideally, if once you finish that 1,000 runs, you download another one of these tracker sheets, run it again, do another 1,000. Once you've completed this sheet, send it back into me, and once I've gotten enough results from people, I'm going to go ahead and compile all this data, tell you guys the ideal number of fleets that you want to be sending to avoid black holes, what ship types, what you can expect to find in each of your nebula runs, what kind of odds and percentages, although I think these are probably going to play out fairly close to what the end result is going to be. I'll probably bump this up to actually show some decimal points, because that might help us. See, 0.22% of the time for the black hole, but we'll see what that ends up being by the time we're done. Like I said, I need about 40 of these guys just to make an initial determination on this black hole stuff. I've had some people tell me that 1 in 1,000 should be enough, but whenever we're talking about something that's 0.22%, 1,000 is not a good enough sample size. We're going to need a huge number. I don't even feel confident with 40,000 results. I'd rather see something over 100,000, but for me to be able to get 100 people to fill out this form, and even to get them to do it multiple times, I don't think I'm going to be able to get you guys to do that. I wish you would, because it's going to help all of us. So if you've got a chance, get on here, download this form. It's going to be on the blog, WinningGalaxyEmpire.com. I'm going to go ahead and post in there right now. The title is going to be Nebula Tracker, so if you want to search for that, you'll be able to turn that up, and then you guys can download this file, fill it out, email it to me at neilloop@WinningGalaxyEmpire.com. Definitely interested in hearing any of your comments. If you guys want to leave them in the comments underneath this blog post, I'd appreciate that. Would love to address them if you have any concerns. But let's get to work on this. Let's do some research, figure out what this problem is that's been ailing us. And it just occurred to me that you guys weren't able to see those ships over here, the tier and the ships that I type in, the tier number and the abbreviations. Anyways. Yeah, so get to work, guys. I mean, I'm at work already here, busting my ass trying to get this research done for you guys. So help me out. This is where I need your help. Follow us on the YouTube channel. Make sure to like the posts or the videos if you like them. Definitely check out the new battle calculator tutorial and the battle calc updates. I've got that. Version 1.2 is out now, so if you're interested in buying it, now's the time to do it, because it's right on, spot on. Probably going to be recording some videos here pretty soon of that, showing some accurate representations of battle versus the simulations in the calculator, just so that way you guys can see how efficient that is and how much it's helping. Yeah, all right. Thanks, guys. Check us out on YouTube and WinningGalaxyEmpire.com. Leave some comments, like us, follow us, all that jazz. Talk to you guys later.